I'm going to say Pratt ain't had no illness and he ain't had no health issues on file. And so there was no visible injuries to the body before he became unresponsive, according to Raman. Which, okay. So somebody can tell us what happened. And listen, it could be that it could be that Pratt had an episode where he probably had a heart problem. But then remember now, the police just beat you about the body with phone books so that the injuries don't show. And they just put bags over your head and do all these things. Because you've heard the prisoners talk about how they get beaten, or they put the phone books and things into their bodies, and then they whap it with bats and stuff like that. You've heard these talks. And these people who say this is what they experience, they ain't lying. They know exactly what they experience. And they do these things so that you don't get to see any bruises on the person after they beat them. What kind of stress this young man was under to the point that he died? Because somebody who walking out to go to prison, walking out to go to court to get bailed by his mommy, I don't know that they can just drop dead. Not that it's impossible, but it's unusual. And we need to be asking questions. And the video needs to be made public to show how this man ended up the way that he did. Or at the very least, his mother should be shown that video. And let her come forward and say, you know what? No, based on what I've seen, my child did just die in custody and the police didn't do anything untoward to him. As a matter of fact, she should be able to watch the video of his entire stay in police custody, along with her attorney. Because she can miss a lot, but her attorney ain't gonna miss nothing. And the government should still pay because they agreed to take him into custody, and they have a responsibility to a duty of care as it relates to this young man. Yeah, the police, you have a lot of police officers that are garbage. You have a couple of good ones, but you have a lot that are garbage. Criticize them if you will, and still call them if you have an emergency, because that's their job to do. Just like how you criticize nurses, but you still go to the clinic. Just like how you criticize pastors, but some of them, you still go to some of their churches. That's how you'll criticize your boss, but you still go to work. The police ain't above criticism. Criticize them if you so desire. It is what it is. Okay. And I pray that this woman or people connected to her are able to help her with getting the autopsy that she needs on her son. It is what it is. My last story for the night pertains to Eleuthera. It is 2:30, and I want to get this out of the way. But I had to talk these things. I know it's long, but I had to talk these things. The other night, I had the occasion to drive to Cape Eleuthera. I went there to take a Spanish gentleman, who was going to have dinner with his team.